After 6.5 years of being a suitcase entrepreneur, I thought I was pretty good at being a minimalist, at never having too much stuff, only having the essentials. And also I was a pretty dab hand at packing my suitcase in a really efficient way. I never did packing squares or anything, but I did have a way of rolling clothes that saved space and made my clothes less creased when I pulled them out of the suitcase, because I don't iron. I mean, I can iron, but it's just not something I want to spend my time on. And since moving into Kairangi Haven, our beautiful house, I've realized that the minimalist way of living in my suitcase is starting to develop some feature creep, which means I have more stuff that wouldn't fit in just one suitcase anymore, which is totally fine because I have a wardrobe now. But my wardrobe has also developed what I would like to call feature creep, which is typically a term applied to software when you develop all these features that you don't really need to just get the job done. And so today, I'm going to share with you my Marie Kondo style makeover of my wardrobe and drawers to just declutter, simplify, be happier, and transform my life in the process. A quick introduction on who the heck is Marie Kondo. She is a Japanese organizing consultant and author of 4 books. And while she has written many of these books several years ago, right now she is blowing up, especially across the US, with her really, really popular Netflix show. And she is teaching people not just how to declutter and organize your home, but really about how to have empathy for what you own, to take better care of it, to appreciate it, and to just revel in the simplicity and joy that those things bring you. Her whole philosophy is around sparking joy in your life, and I really love this philosophy. And I am taking it to my bedroom with reckless abandon, which, reckless abandon in a bedroom isn't such a bad thing at all. And I'm employing my good friend Tayler, I like to call her Tay, who is actually a virtual assistant in her own business, but she has been using the Marie Kondo method as well. And she's loving it in her suitcase because she is a digital nomad right now. And she's going to help me out today with my wardrobe because I think this type of stuff is better done with a friend, a family member, or somebody to support you. I can be pretty ruthless in how I declutter and clear things, so I'm not too worried about the process we're going to go through. But it's more just having the energy of somebody sitting in the bedroom with me while I throw stuff on the bed, which is how you start. You put everything on the bed and then you slowly start to find whether it sparks joy, and then you find a space for it, and there's a special folding method. So you're going to see all of that in this vlog. Let's go. So before we start on the Marie Kondo makeover of my wardrobe, I suggest a healthy dose of Bombay Sapphire, some tonic, a splash of ice. You can't really splash with ice. You can splash with ice. And a little cheers, Tayler, to your first ever one. Cheers. Not too strong, ladies. Okay, now I feel ready.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm not going to lie. I'm glad we have the gin and tonic. And this is quite surprising. So this is, to be fair, this has been accumulated in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. But after how many years of not accumulating stuff?
Like 7.
Yeah.
True. But this is quite scary. So do you want to talk me through the Marie Kondo method?
Yes. So the first thing is she always starts with clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So we start in your closet. The method is to bring everything out. So just like you were saying, you can actually see how much you have and to not break it down into little pieces. Actually go through everything to begin with.
Okay.
So what you do is you grab your first item of clothing. Just start. I love it. Just start with one thing. It doesn't matter. And you hold it up to yourself and you see if it sparks joy. And if it does, you keep it. And if it doesn't, you thank it for its service and what it gave you. And then you put it in to give away or throw out.
Maybe we use the box over there.
Yeah, that's great.
For the giveaway.
Yeah. So.
Thank you. Yeah, I kind of knew that one as well.
That
though.
was easy.
Yeah, that was quite easy.
Well, and that's actually what she says too. Start with some of the easier things, so you kind of get the idea of training your senses to be like, this brings me joy or this doesn't. So like, for example, this you just bought. Chances are it should bring you joy.
Yeah.
So test it and see.
That is actually quite freaky. I'm not being silly, but I'm just like lit me up and I got all excited and
yeah, that's exactly what it is. So and now that you've kind of seen both, like you were able just to say, I can give that away, and now you see what something that brings you joy is like. And the more you do it, the better your senses come, and those decisions will become a lot easier.
And so for anything that I'm borderline, like I'm like, I think I'm kind of not sure, we'll just put that to the side and then come back to it.
Yeah, if there's something that on the fence about, you're not really sure, put it to the side and maybe come back to it at the end.
And are we going to fold these as we go?
Probably. We can.
I'm just trying to think.
Let's just go through it first. Yeah.
Okay. Oh. So while I'm sparking and thanking, do you want to go through the categories that Marie talks about?
So she always starts with clothing, like I said, and then she goes to books, and then paper, which could be anything from bills to notebooks. If you're an artist, you have a lot of drawings and old notebooks or journals or things like that. That could all be paper. And then her sort of miscellaneous category, which includes the linen closet, the garage, the kitchen, the bathroom, all kind of sort of the other rooms of your house. And then the last category is always sentimental items, because they're the hardest to go through. And by going through the process of all those rooms, you've really strengthened that sense in yourself of like knowing what sparks joy. And so sentimentals are always the last step.
Yeah. And she calls that like kitchen, garage, miscellaneous, the kimono. It's kind of like, and then, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to really know what this is.
Oh, I feel like this is a good buy. This is a thank you and a good buy.
This was in Natalie's closet.
I think it was dress up. Oh, I know, that was the 1920s. That was the 1920s gambling party.
Ah, that's a good reason.
Yeah. We'll see you. Thank you so much. I've worn you a lot.
Oh, do I need my headband?
Yeah. Here you go. Take it out of the makeup closet, dress up costume basket. So, how do you think I've done?
I think you've done really good. How do you feel?
I'm feeling really good, actually. So what you can't see off camera, and we'll get it in a minute, is all the stuff I'm keeping. I feel like we've gotten rid of a quarter to a third, just sitting in the boxes over there. And we've also already started organising with this lovely roll technique for scarves. And this is just the last of the stuff, which is some sports active wear. Yeah, it's feeling good. And it's also made me appreciate and remember the cool stuff that I have, and that it sparks joy, and that when you feel it and hold it, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I had this, and now I can piece it all together. I think there'll be some further trimming.
Yeah.
So kind of if I don't wear stuff in the next 3 to 6 months, further trimming. But yeah, it's a good process. And now I kind of want to get it out of here because it's like, I can put it in some semblance of order in the wardrobe.
Oh, the next part is the most fun part, is the organizing part.
That's why we're wearing these, because it's a party. Woo! Folding tops with Tayler. Tayler tops.
Tayler tops.
Okay.
So you lay out your shirt.
Spike top.
Spike top. You fold it into a third, and then put your sleeve back. And then another third. Your sleeve. And you fold it in half, and then you fold it into little threads like that, and then it stands. So if you're folding jeans, then you want to go ahead and just fold them in half like this, and then you fold in this little bit of extra fabric right there for your booty, and then fold them in half so that it makes a perfect square. It's always about the square.
Ooh, thank you. Look at that.
Perfect. And then, well, you can deal with your bike gear later.
We're so close.
Don't forget about your new pairs of shoes. Your new pair of shoes.
That's true. But look at how.
But now it can become a box that you can put in your closet and use for something else.
It's true. Tayler's so impressed. Oh, welcome to my new wardrobe. So we have little boxes for everything, where everything is so much neater and easier to see. We've now created a shoe rack, and we've hung the boots. And what's amazing is there's so much more space, and I can see everything. So we've gone from like tops to knits to dresses to jackets, and then sports stuff at the back. I've always been a sports stuff at the front because I just go for it. It's easy, active wear, and now I get to like appreciate all the things. So there's a little bit more left to do, like this top shelf, but that's mainly just storage stuff, and then tackling the drawers. And I'd love to say a big thank you to Tayler. Woo! Done and dusted. Oh my goodness, what a transformation. I'm going to show you the before and the after, just like a Netflix, so you can see how much space has been created, how much simplicity, how much order in a beautiful way, and how much this has lit up my life. Now the trick is going to be keeping this up. So I've spoken to a few people who've done it, and they are still folding in the same way, and they are still creating space, and they have applied it to not only their wardrobes, but their suitcases, to their office space, to their home space. Obviously, you can then go throughout the entire house and do this, and have a couple of things in mind that I'll probably share in later vlogs on how I'm doing this. So this is called actually the KonMari method, and it's Marie Kondo's methodology. I will link to her website below. I hope you check out her book. This one here, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And again, I will link to that below this video. And I would love for you to share as well in the comments just what you've done yourself using this or some other methodology that's worked really well for you. And I'm really excited to see how this keeps going and kind of magnifies out into other areas of my life. And I'm especially interested to see how Josh handles the wardrobe and this new situation, because that one's going to be the true test.